Live from Studio B, it's Wildcat News with weatherman Colin Liker. Sports with Mike O'Hare. And four-time Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Mimi Hires. From Chico State to around the world, this is Wildcat News.
Hello, I'm Mimi Hires and welcome to Wildcat News at 6. Here are today's top stories. If you're looking to join a club on campus that helps to make a difference in the community, then you should check out SAVE. Reporter Keely McGaffin got the chance to speak to the president of SAVE to tell us about the organization.
Thanks, Mimi. I'm here on Chico State campus with Josh Berglund, who is president of SAVE, which is an organization here on campus. Josh, can you tell us what SAVE stands for?
Yeah, it stands for Students Against Violence Everywhere. It's an organization that was created 3 years ago and recently has been addressing really popular topics, not necessarily like cool, but popular as in they're relevant to the student body. Last year we addressed alcohol abuse amongst students, and this year we're addressing safety on bicycles and between drivers and bicyclists in general. It's really just, we're trying to teach safe practices and safe ideologies, I guess you could say.
Sounds like a great organization. Are there any upcoming events that are coming up here on campus?
Yeah, actually, on this coming Wednesday, December 4th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the SSC Plaza out in front of the library, we're having a bike safety event where we'll have speakers from different organizations like the Alternative Transportation Club and Chico Velo, which is like a bicyclist club throughout Chico. And we'll be having like informative speakers, tabling, and contests and prizes from restaurants and locations around Chico. Should be a pretty good time.
Nice, that sounds awesome. Everyone head out on Wednesday to the SAVE event that will be here on campus, and back to you in the studio.
If you'd like to know more about SAVE, visit csuchico.edu/save. As the holidays creep closer, so do criminals that hope to take advantage of students who go home on break. Reporter Brady Pepperidge has compiled some helpful tips to make sure your possessions are safe during vacation.
Whenever students go home for the holidays, criminals take notice. So before you leave, make sure to follow these simple steps to help prevent a break-in.
First off, it's a good idea to tell a trusted friend or neighbor that you'll be out of town. That way, they'll know you're gone and that no one should be in the house. They can also let you know about any suspicious activities happening around your home and call you if something does happen. If you give them a house key, they'll also be able to collect your mail and perform regular checkups on the interior of your home. They can even turn the lights off and on periodically. Make sure you don't leave any spare keys lying around. Burglars know the best hiding places better than you do. Next, make sure to pack up and take home all of your important and expensive valuables: laptops, cameras, phones, and personal items. Don't leave anything to chance. If you have a bike, be sure to bring it inside while you're gone. When you're about to leave, make sure all of your windows are closed and securely locked. Don't forget to draw the blinds completely shut to discourage prying eyes. If you own an alarm system, now would be the time to arm it. Finally, and most importantly, don't forget to lock your interior and exterior doors.
While we can't say that these techniques will stop a break-in, we can say that they will help prevent the chances of one happening. For Wildcat News, I'm Brady Pepperidge. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for the tips, Brady. If you'd like to learn more about how to safeguard your home, visit wildcatnews.com/holiday crimes for the latest tips, tricks, and information. Did you know Chico State University is home to an organization dedicated to extending the university's learning experience right into the community? The Community Action Volunteers in Education, or CAVE, is a student-led nonprofit that was established in 1966. Their goals are to make new friends, explore career and personal interests, develop job skills, increase self-confidence, enrich education, and make a difference for others in the community. You can find CAVE online at aschico.com/cave. Chico State's bike cart closes its doors for the winter, forcing students to seek bicycle maintenance elsewhere until their return this January. The Associated Students funded warehouse and on-campus cart facility are a convenient source of quick and cheap bicycle maintenance. Fast repairs, flat tires, general tune-ups, and other adjustments are all done on-site for passing students. The business shuts down as the rainy season approaches, causing fewer and fewer people to ride their bikes. However, customers are not the only ones affected. Bike technicians lose their employment as the cart shuts down, forcing them to seek work elsewhere for the break until spring. Starting January 21st, the cart will reopen to students and continue on until the summer season. Turning our attention to campus safety, Chico State, like many other schools, continues the fight against violence on campus.
Chico State campus, safety continues to be a concern for many students. I'm standing in front of the physical science building, where in October, an 18-year-old female student was approached by two men who attempted to sexually assault her. Thankfully, she was able to stop them with pepper spray and get away. I caught up with Chico State student Hayden Carter to discuss matters of safety on campus.
Usually on campus, when I am walking around, I either try to walk with groups or at least one person. Even in night classes, I make sure that I always have someone on the phone to make sure that I'm okay until I get to the place that I need to be.
Recently, the university released what is called the Jean Cleary Disclosure Act, detailing certain crime statistics on and near the campus. While crime rates are relatively low, assaults are still a common occurrence. According to the Cleary report, there have been 24 forcible sex offenses in the last 3 years. What these reports do not indicate, however, is how many Chico State students are affected by violent crimes off campus. There were 109 rapes in Chico between 2009 and 2011, as reported by the Chico police, many of which involved Chico State students. Many believe these should be included in the Cleary report. Failure to indicate these statistics, according to some, paints an inaccurate portrait of what is really affecting Chico State students. For Chico State Wildcat News, I'm Dane Henry.
To learn more about issues relating to security on campus and what you can do to be safe, visit chicostate.edu/security. On November 19th, the Chico City Council formally adopted the Sit-Lie Ordinance, which takes effect on December 19th. Sit-Lie prohibits the sitting or lying on sidewalks adjacent to commercial properties between the hours of 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Violators face fines of $100 on a first conviction, with fines of $200 and $300 for subsequent convictions in a one-year period. Complaints raised by downtown business owners in regard to the increase of aggressive panhandling led to the creation of the ordinance, which is modeled after a Seattle law. The law contains a sunset provision and will expire on January 1st, 2016. The demolition of Taylor Hall has begun on campus in preparation for a new Arts and Humanities building to be built on the existing site. Facilities in the new site have 93,000 square foot building, including a 200-seat recital hall, a 1,500-foot recording art studio with 61,000 square feet for classrooms, labs, studios, and galleries, including the Janet Turner Print Museum. Construction costs are estimated at $58.4 million, with funding provided by a state bond sale. Demolition of the 48-year-old Taylor Hall should be completed by December 20th, with the completion of the new building targeted for 2016. This coming year marks the centennial of Janet Turner. To celebrate, the Turner Print Museum will be hosting special events throughout the year. The Turner is home to a collection of over 3,500 fine art prints from around the world. Each semester, the museum hosts 3 exhibitions to spotlight various works and artists. This spring, they will be spotlighting some of Janet's own personal work in an exhibition called Angles and Planes, Janet Turner and the Built Environment. The museum currently resides in Merriam Library across the breezeway from the library's main entrance. Museum hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Be sure to check it out. After many months of waiting, a new CSU Chico Dean has finally been selected. Starting January 2014, Dr. Angela Trethway will be serving as our next Dean of the College of Communication and Education. She earned her Bachelor's of Arts in Human Communication Studies here at Chico State and went on to complete a Master's in the same field. Belle Way, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs for Chico State, welcomed the new dean, saying, "Dr. Trethway has established a strong track record in fostering student success at both the undergraduate and graduate levels. Dr. Trethway's peers feel her strong background in support and promoting diversity among students and faculty will be extremely useful for her new position." Coming up, our very own meteorologist Colin Leiker is going to let us know what's going on in weather for the next week. Now we're going to switch on over to Colin for his latest report. What's the weather looking like this week, Colin?
Thanks, Mimi. It's looking like we're going to have a few more cold days in the near future as the sunshine starts to go away and winter starts approaching. You can see 43 degrees in Chico, and Oroville is going to be 42. And more in the east and in the west as well, we're seeing degrees down as low as in the high 20s, 28. We got storms coming in, which means that we're going to have some snow, possibly, and the cold weather is going to be sticking around for a lot longer. Winter is definitely here, no more sunshine. We have a low front approaching from the north. The North Valley is going to see a lot of snow, maybe some rain as well. And as the storm comes in, it's looking like it's going to be showering the entire coast all the way. In the east, we can see 43 in Paradise. Magalia is going to be 40 as well, and Forest Ranch is going to be 38. They're going to have about 4 to 8 inches of snow, so they're going to be having to cover themselves. We've got some low winds coming in as well, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow here, about 1 inch or less throughout the rest of the week. And as well as sunshine, it's going to be pretty cold even though that there's still sunshine out, and some Friday showers. It's going to be pretty clear throughout the week, but then on Thursday it's going to be showering again. It's still going to be no temperatures higher than 50 degrees. All right, that's it, Mimi. That's all the weather for today.
Stay tuned because after the break, we're going to give you the latest updates in Wildcat sports.
Guys, we've all been there. Victims of vigorous blood flow to our most affectionate muscle. Now there's a solution. Imputrex.
Before Imputrex, I had a hard time being social. I was just too self-conscious that I might stiffen up at any moment. Thanks to Imputrex, I can go back to being me again, without any worry of any awkward protrusions.
Side effects may include scrotal migraines, thick urine, trickle nipple, hepatitis R, and rectal frost.
Don't let your wrench throw a wrench in your life. I didn't.
We've got certified sports junkie Mike O'Hare here to give us the rundown on the sports scene here at Chico State.
Thanks, Mimi. You may have noticed a recent Orion article covering a new sport called spikeball, or maybe you've seen people playing it all over campus. Reporter Brady Pepperidge went into the field to take a closer look at this up-and-coming sport.
The new sport is sweeping across college campuses thanks in part to Chico State student and physical education teacher Skylar Bowles. I got the chance to talk to Skylar today to tell us what it's all about.
So spikeball is this incredible new sport that, just like 2-on-2 volleyball, you have up to 3 hits between you and your partner. You cannot hit it twice in a row, and the object is to hit it back onto the net. Once that happens, it changes possession, and the other team has up to 3 hits to get it back onto the net. The key to spikeball is that there's no sides and no boundaries, so you can play 360 degrees around the net. This brings a whole new dynamic to the sport, and it just, changes it. It's incredible, and it's unlike anything you've ever played before. The net also folds up and fits into a backpack, so you can take it anywhere, play on the beach, play in the grass, play in the snow, play inside, wherever you want to go. It's portable, easy, and fun. it's been really great going around traveling the country to tournaments. We've been to LA, we've been to New York, we've been to Nashville, we're going to Boston in a couple weekends, and it's been really fun meeting a lot of these people that are really nice and love the sport just as much as we do, and we want to all push the sport to its farthest, and we think, it can become an Olympic sport someday, and I just, look forward to seeing, where the sport takes me and, where everybody takes this sport.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see where Skylar goes with this. For Wildcat News, I'm Brady Pepperidge. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Brady. For our viewers at home, be sure to stay tuned to Wildcat News for the latest updates on spike ball tournaments and fundraisers. The Wildcat men's basketball is off to a great start this season after Chico State opened the California Collegiate Athletic Association section of its slate 2 weeks ago. They opened the season with a 75-43 win over Holy Names University. The Cats proved themselves once more at the Carl's Jr. Mac Martin Invitational, where they were victorious over Dominican University and Seattle Pacific. Head coach Greg Klink has a strong feeling that the Cats will continue on to add some more wins to their current 4-1 record. Be sure to keep track of all the scores in print through the Orion or online at ChicoWildcats.com. In other basketball news, Chico State women's team is also off to a strong start. Reporter Molly Ratto has more.
Hey Wildcat sports fans. Tonight, the Chico State women's basketball team takes on the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds in the first home game of the season here in Acker Gym. With a final score of 79-47, the Wildcats were led by seniors Jasmine Miller, who had a game-high 15 points, as well as Courtney Hamilton, who added 10 points and 4 steals.
I was pleased with their effort. I thought the energy was really good. I thought every time down the floor we played with a purpose.
Head coach Brian Fogel talks about how underclassmen Hannah Womack, Annie Ward, and Tyler Prang are helping contribute to defending their CCAA title.
Well, the underclassmen, I guess if you start with the true underclassmen, Tyler Prang would be a freshman. She's doing a really nice job. It's an adjustment, obviously, coming from high school into college, and it's the day-to-day grind, I think. And if we can just get consistency out of her, that would be really nice. And then Hannah Womack is a junior that plays with a lot of energy and does a lot of the intangibles and is a really good slasher and driver. And then we have Annie Ward, who's a junior, and she provides a spark off the bench.
Some expectations for this season are obviously to get back-to-back championships in the CCAA and make it to the NCAA tournament and to get farther than we did last year.
After tonight's victory, the Chico State women's basketball team is 2-0 and looks forward to getting conference play underway, as well as defending their CCAA title. Reporting, I'm Molly Ratto, and go Wildcats.
Thanks, Molly. And remember, to get all your basketball news, just visit ChicoWildcats.com.
After the break, we'll be answering the question, how do students cope with stress during finals week? The answer may make you purr. Stay with us. With the upcoming finals week at Chico State, students are starting to feel the stress. The rec opened its doors to some furry friends this past week to help de-stress students on campus. Butte Humane Society brought dogs and cats for any student to pet and play with. The research shows that interaction with pets de-stresses the level of stress hormones and increases endorphins. Not just students benefited from this event, the animals were able to get some love and exercise during their field trip to the rec. The distressed animals have been around since 2009 and will be available to students again next semester. Do you like fresh local food? Well, the Environmental Affairs Council, a student-run organization, is working to propose a policy that would make the AS Dining Services put at least 20% of funds towards food that is certified organic, fair trade, and distributed by businesses within 250 miles of campus. This policy would be a commitment to the Real Food Challenge, which is a nationwide campaign with the goal of shifting $1 billion of colleges and universities' food budget toward ecologically sound and humane or real food. So far, only 7% of all food served on campus qualifies as real food. It seems like residents are finally getting used to the new roundabout in downtown Chico. The circular junction intersects 1st, 2nd, and Flume Streets, an area that sees a substantial amount of traffic, especially during Saturday farmer markets that take place close by. The roundabout was constructed in an effort to make the intersection safer, as the previous layout was confusing to many drivers as well as dangerous. While some residents are unhappy with the arrangement, statistics show roundabouts reduce overall collisions by 37% and injury collisions by 75%. Following a string of biking accidents, Chico State is looking to improve bike safety on campus and in downtown.
After recent local bike accidents, Chico State is looking at how to improve bike safety on campus. With the recent death of Christina Chesterman and other bike-related accidents close to campus, bike safety has become a major concern. We asked Chico State students what they think will improve bike safety on campus and in the community.
Sometimes I might ride home at night, and some areas are not very well lit, and during some of the seasons there's a lot of debris, so I might get hurt. Also, they're not lit very well, so there could be people. I've heard a lot of problems, especially on the bike trail. So a lot of the lights go out. Down Warner, there's problems. So with lighting, I would say is probably a big issue.
According to the University Police, biking through the core of the Chico State campus is prohibited, forcing students to bike on busy streets such as Ivy and Nord. Chico State student Scott shares with us what he believes would improve the safety of his fellow Chico State students on campus.
Oh, well, I really think that people coming into classrooms and trying to inform the students that the importance of not riding your bike on campus will help pedestrians and it will help prevent accidents. So that would really help. Also, the bike laws on the streets, going through traffic, turning laws, people aren't doing it correctly. So the more education we have about that would be the better.
For more information about how to be a responsible cyclist and bike safety, go online to Chico State University Police and visit their bike rules. I'm Becca Pearl with Chico State News.
For more information about bike safety and how to be a responsible cyclist, go online and visit the Chico State University Police Bike Rules. The arrival of the holiday season also marks the return of the hardest working band in snow business. The Yule Logs. Reporter Steve Santos took a trip downtown to see what the festive band is up to this season.
We all have our holiday traditions. Chico has a special and unique holiday tradition in the form of the Yule Logs. We come together to celebrate the holiday season for Chico.
This is our 9th season. We refer to them as seasons and not years, since we are a seasonal band. And it started with Marty, who's our lead singer, wanting to start his second holiday band, the first of which failed. And we got a group of us together that were playing in other bands at the time and played maybe 7 or 8, maybe 10 shows the first season, and it's just been kind of a snowball from there. This one is special, Christmas Preview. We've been doing this for 8 years, so that's our longest gig, standing. And then we have Duffy's is my favorite night of the whole year. Duffy's is just packed. We'll get 250, 300 people in there, and it's just wonderful. We play around 25 shows in the month of December, and that's pretty much every day. We have a show every day up until Christmas Eve, and then we're done. We never play on Christmas Eve or Christmas or after Christmas.
The Yule Logs, a holiday tradition that we all hope will continue for many seasons to come.
This is the 9th season the band has played in Chico, and they have continued their tradition of being a sweet holiday treat for your ears. Holiday gift shopping can be tough for those on a tight budget, but for shoppers in Butte County, there's no lack of choices to save you money. Secondhand gifts are a tried and true standby for spreading cheer around the holiday. The Chico and Paradise areas are home to a number of thrift shops, including 3 Salvation Army locations offering a range of clothing, toys, and other household items. For those seeking a more unique gift, local used goods retailer Paradise Surplus has begun a holiday sale through its Facebook page. Besides the usual promotions offered by big box retailers such as Kmart and Walmart, shoppers may also find new holiday deals at the recently opened Dollar General outlet in Paradise for new gifts at affordable prices. The annual community Christmas tree lighting was held last Friday night in downtown Plaza. Standing at more than 60 feet tall, the blue Atlas cedar was lit with more than 8,000 colorful LED lights. Several hundred people attended the event, which featured musical performances by the Children's Choir of Chico and sounds of the Valley Chorus. Mayor Scott Grundell addressed the crowd before Santa arrived in an antique fire engine. This event continues to be a staple of Chico's local holiday season. Well, that's all for tonight. For Wildcat News, I'm Mimi Hires, and I hope everyone has a safe and fun break. Have a good night.